Is yoga dangerous? This has been a hot topic for a number of years. There have been blog posts, New York Times articles, even one best-selling book alleging that yoga practiced by tens of millions of people around the world is extremely dangerous. And these articles and books suggest that broken bones, strokes, heart attacks, and even death are a real risk to the millions of yoga students around the world. In my personal experience, that's just not true. I've been teaching yoga since 2004 and I've owned professional studios since 2006. And my experience has been that the rate and the severity of injury in yoga is extremely low. Do people get hurt? Yeah, sure. People hurt their wrists, they pull a hamstring, they jam their lower back. But again, the rate is very low and the severity is very mild, on par with something like walking, for example. Whenever I say this, people get really upset at me and they say, hey, you're just defending your industry. Of course you'd say that. So how about if we take it out of my perspective and put it in the hands of insurance companies? Let's talk about liability insurance. As a yoga teacher, I have $150,000 worth of personal liability insurance for all my yoga students, and I pay $150 per year. It literally costs me more to insure my iPhone for a year than it does to have $150,000 worth of liability insurance for my students. You know why? Because they don't get hurt. Let's take a look at my studio group. I have 3 yoga studios. I pay $800 per year for $450,000 worth of coverage. That's 3 yoga studios, 12 yoga instructors, and thousands of yoga students standing on their head every day. So it costs me less to insure that entire group of people upside down on their head than it does to insure one home for an entire year. These are not my numbers, these are smart people. Insurance companies are not stupid. They hire PhD level mathematicians, actuaries, who sit around and crunch these numbers, and they do risk assessment. And they have done risk assessment of our industry, and they have come to the conclusion that this is a complete joke. There is so little risk that for pennies on the dollar, you can get hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars of coverage because the rate and the severity of injuries are so low. So why does this matter? Why do I make such a big deal about this? It's because I see yoga teachers reacting to this all over the world. And what are they doing? They're dumbing down their practice. They're cutting out sun salutes. They're never teaching full wheel back bends. They're skipping headstand and shoulder stand altogether. They're basically scared of yoga. They're scared of yoga, so they're turning yoga into a pillow fest where everything's restorative and there's pillows and bolsters and nice music, and it's a very different kind of experience. And if we start to condescend the yoga practice and condescend to our yoga students, what we're going to end up with is a very ineffective yoga practice. So this is why I think it's important that we take a real honest look at this. Instead of the fear-mongering, instead of the clickbait headlines about the dangers of yoga, why don't we just focus on the practice? Let's get clear about that, and then we can really help our students get results. My name is Lucas with YOGABODY. I know this is a controversial topic. I'd love to hear your questions and your comments, as long as they're respectful, down below.